Hello, my name is Sam Adair, and I'm an attorney with the law firm of Graham Adair. I'm here today to talk a little more in depth about the Visa Bulletin. Have you ever wondered how the U.S. State Department decides the numbers on the Visa Bulletin each month? We talk about the Visa Bulletin here on our channel every month, and we thought at the beginning of this fiscal year that it would be a good idea to pull back the curtain and talk about where these numbers come from and take a closer look at what they mean. It can seem a little complicated, but today I'm going to try and break it down in a way that's easy to understand. Before we get started, I want to take a minute to thank you for watching our videos. If you find this video to be helpful, please hit the like button below. And if you want to stay up to date on news in the immigration world, please subscribe to our channel. Let's go ahead and jump right into the Visa Bulletin. The Visa Bulletin is all about managing the demand for immigrant visas, or what most people call green cards. You see, the U.S. only has a limited number of green cards available each year based on what type of visa you're applying for and where you're from. There are two main categories we need to know about: family-based visas and employment-based visas. Each of these categories has yearly limits on how many green cards can be issued. That sounds pretty fair, right? So let's talk about how the State Department determines the actual numbers for each month's Visa Bulletin. First, they look at the annual visa limits. Congress sets these limits and the State Department keeps track of them. For example, every year there are about 226,000 family-based green cards available and around 140,000 for employment-based categories. But that's not all. They also factor in any leftover visas from the previous year. It's like rolling over minutes on your phone plan. Does anyone not have an unlimited phone plan anymore? Next, they look at how many people are waiting for their visas. This is where the visa backlog comes in. And yes, for some countries, this backlog can be pretty long. Why? Well, each country has a cap, meaning that no country can take more than 7% of the total visas available in each year. That's to keep things fair. But that country cap can cause longer wait times for people from countries with a high demand, like India, China, Mexico, and the Philippines. The State Department keeps an eye on how many people from each country are applying and adjusts the Visa Bulletin based on these trends. They do this month by month to make sure the system keeps moving forward. So every month, the State Department looks at three key things to set the Visa Bulletin numbers. First, the annual visa limit set by Congress. Second, the number of people waiting for visas. And third, the demand from each country. They analyze all this data and bam, that's how they figure out the cutoff dates for the month, showing who can apply for their green card next. That is how we get to these numbers. And while this system is designed for fairness or balance, it really results in some disproportionate wait times. The fact that the wait for EB3 India is around 12 years and has been that way for the past 20 years may be an indication that it's time to reconsider some of the rules around immigrant visa allocation. I hope that this information has been helpful. Again, thanks for joining us. My name is Sam Adair from the law firm of Graham Adair. I hope you have a great week.